What if I told you there's a kid who studies only 30 minutes a day and gets straight A's, while another kid studies 4 hours daily and barely passes? You'd think I'm lying, right? Well, buckle up because I'm about to reveal a secret so powerful that teachers don't want you to know it. This single trick transformed failing students into honor roll champions overnight, and by the end of this video, you'll never study the same way again. But first, I need you to do something. Rate your current study method from 1 to 10. Got your number? Perfect. In just a few minutes, I guarantee you'll want to throw that number in the trash and start completely over. Because what you're about to learn will make you question everything you thought you knew about studying. Here's the shocking truth. 95% of students are studying completely wrong. They're trapped in what I call the time torture trap, where more hours equals more suffering but zero results. These students highlight until their books look like rainbow explosions. They reread chapters until their eyes bleed. They write notes so beautiful they belong in a museum, but their grades? Still terrible. Sound like someone you know? Maybe someone staring back at you in the mirror? Let me paint you a picture of the most devastating night of my academic life. It's 3 a.m. I'm surrounded by empty energy drink cans like a caffeine graveyard. My desk looks like a hurricane hit a library. I've been studying for 12 straight hours for one single test. My highlighters are running dry. My notes could wallpaper my entire room. I felt like I was doing everything perfectly, but deep in my gut, I knew something was horribly wrong. The information kept slipping out of my brain like trying to hold water with a fishing net. Every fact I learned seemed to disappear the moment I learned the next one. I was working harder than anyone I knew, but my results were embarrassingly mediocre. The next day, I walked into that exam feeling confident. 3 hours later, I walked out knowing I had just experienced the most humiliating failure of my life. But here's the plot twist that changed everything. That failure was actually the greatest gift I ever received. Because it forced me to discover a secret so simple, so obvious, yet so hidden that it felt like finding buried treasure. Are you ready for the mind-blowing truth? Your brain is not a storage container. It's not a filing cabinet where you stuff information and hope it stays. Your brain is actually an incredibly sophisticated machine that has specific rules for how it learns best. And when you follow these rules, magic happens. Here's the secret formula that the top students use but never talk about. Real learning equals information absorbed times retention rate. Let me blow your mind with this example. Student A studies for 5 hours but only remembers 10% of what they learn. Student B studies for just 1 hour but remembers 50% of everything. Who wins? Student B destroys Student A while having 4 extra hours to binge-watch Netflix, hang out with friends, or actually sleep like a normal human being. This is why the smartest kid in your class always seems so relaxed while everyone else is stressed out of their minds. They're not studying more. They're studying smarter. And now you're going to learn exactly how they do it. When I discovered this secret, everything changed overnight. Instead of mindlessly reading textbooks like a robot, I started using what scientists call active learning. Instead of highlighting everything like a maniac, I began testing myself constantly. Instead of writing pretty notes that I'd never look at again, I started explaining concepts out loud to my pet goldfish. Yes, really. The transformation was absolutely incredible. My study time got sliced in half, but my grades exploded from disappointing B's and C's to perfect A's. My parents thought I was cheating. My teachers were confused. My friends begged me to reveal my secret. But the truth was beautifully simple. Here's exactly how you can join the ranks of the study elite. First rule: chunk your study sessions into 30 to 60-minute power sessions. Think of your brain like a muscle that needs rest between workouts. Marathon study sessions are like trying to lift weights for 8 hours straight. You'll just hurt yourself. Second rule: always test yourself before reviewing. This sounds backwards, but it's pure genius. Try to recall what you already know about the topic. This primes your brain to absorb new information like a superpowered sponge. Third rule: hunt down your weak spots and attack them mercilessly. If math makes you cry but English is easy, spend more time on math. Strengthen your weakest link and watch your overall performance skyrocket. Fourth rule: make your brain work actively. Ask yourself questions constantly. Explain concepts out loud like you're teaching your little brother. Draw pictures. Make connections. Turn studying from passive absorption into active participation. Fifth rule: connect everything together like building with Lego blocks. Don't learn isolated facts. Link new information to stuff you already know. Create a web of knowledge that's impossible to break. Final rule: review for just 5 minutes before bed. While you sleep, your brain becomes a master organizer, filing away everything you learned into permanent storage. It's like having a personal assistant working the night shift in your head. Now, remember that number you gave yourself at the beginning? Does it still seem accurate? If you're feeling a little embarrassed about your old study habits, don't worry. You're about to join an exclusive club of students who study less, stress less, but achieve more. The best part? You now have the secret weapon that will make other students wonder if you've discovered some kind of study superpower. Because, in a way, you absolutely have.